Hi, my name is Daljit Singh. I'm going to show you a way in which I tie my turban, which is in fact one of the more simple ways. Average turbans are 5 meters long and they're generally always sold as a cloth, 100% cotton, which is a meter wide. So I'm going to fold the whole of the turban in half, first of all. This is where I actually start folding it in half again and in half again until I get to that layer that is about 4 or 5 inches wide, and that's when I will actually start winding the turban on. So I'll just now show you how we continue to fold. And now, just as a small fold, just going to fold over the top about an inch, like so. So here we have a tidy straight edge. So I start with the end of the turban at the back, and this will normally sit, I suppose, about halfway down the back of your neck, and you'll discover later why you need that piece of cloth there at that sort of length. So you start with that and start at the top. Layer down, and this is where, as I mentioned earlier on, one folds the turban going along, and out of sort of habit, if you want a really neat turban, you tend to straighten out all the creases, if there are any, as you go along. And you can keep the tension by just making sure that you obviously got it reasonably tight. And it sort of holds itself, obviously, because you've put that layer in underneath. Just keep folding as you go along. So again, just folding over that top an inch, and then you're ready to wind on the next layer. And you'll notice as I'm winding on this next layer, I'm coming down on the right hand side of the turban, but going up on the left hand side, so almost sort of cyclical. And as you can see, it does become easier, of course, as you get towards the end of the turban, because you're not having to manage 5 meters of cloth but only a couple of meters towards the end. This is going to be the final one. What we do is take this last layer across like so, and it is quite long, so what I do is double it back like so, just tuck it in behind there. And then this folded piece tucks in here, like so. You can just use your hands to smooth it out, like so, and just adjust it finally. Now, you may notice that at the top here, this is still uncovered. So that very first layer that you started with, it's almost virtually at the top, so you can never make a mistake in which one you're pulling out. You pull that out, that was the one we started with, that we tucked in at the back, pull that out, like so, and we actually open this up now. Just to that width. Put it back like so, and then you're actually able to tuck it in. I generally start tucking it in from the back, basically because it helps make it a little more taut and gives you a much tidier finish. So you just work your way around the edge of the turban like so, tucking it in on the left and then here on the right as well. And there we have it. A turban tied.